Warm greetings. I am Rajashubha, Assistant Professor in Sokaikada College of Arts and Science for Women. My presentation will focus on adapting the procedure of behavioral economics to survey the lockdown 2021. Let's move into the presentation. The pandemic as an economic disaster. The pandemic is an economic disaster for the workers in the unorganized and in the informal sector that includes petty professionals and street vendors. Almost all of them are daily wages or earners. The wages are generally low or moderate in the labor market. As we all know, wages are the compensation of the workers receiving the fixed some price, hours, days, or week for manual labors, skilled or unskilled, or fixed sum for the sudden amount of such labor. In general, the wages is rigidly frozen, and this is known as wage rigidity, which is result of formal or informal labor contract with the organization and the agency. The low rate of wage makes the wages spend whatever they earn and do not have any saving. This is why the lockdown have deprived them of their livelihood. Behavioral economics and is important in this pandemic. The behavioral economics has drawn on the psychological insight in the human behavior to explain the economic phenomena. Behavior is any observable response given by the person, and economic is the discipline whose major focus of study is the allocation of scarce resources in the satisfaction of human wants. Accordingly, behavioral economics involves behavior and economic. Since the behavior of the workers and the attitude to and treatment of economic theory and practice have to be analyzed, it is either feasible nor possible to the expect all the workers to become economists. But even every human being, not only the laborers, should be aware of the rudiments of the economics. No one can escape law by claiming ignorance of the existence of particular law. However, unorganized sector getting affecting in this pandemic. The first and foremost problems is that much of this unorganized sector does not submit itself to the domain of law, governance and governments. It does not get into the coverage of governments or their welfare schemes that give them compensation in the form of money or commodities or both. Organization and the schemes for the production, development and the sustenance of the workers of unorganized sector and the self-employed small-scale traders. Organizations like the Ministry of Labor and Employment, Central Labor Service and Rara Trade, General Labor Welfare has been established by the Government of India. Welfare scheme like Pradhan Mantri Skram Hogi Madan to grant old age protection for the workers from unorganized sector. They also provide the internship schemes granting aid on child and women's labor, National Child Labor Project and revised integrations housing scheme. The Ministry of Labor and Employment and the other ministry has established similar schemes like National Health Insurance, Atal Pension Yoga and conditional cash transfers to women. The government of the Tamil Nadu has established organizations like the Department of Labor and Employment, the Tamil Nadu Unorganized Workers Welfare Board, Tamil Nadu Labor Welfare Board, Social Welfare Department of Tamil Nadu and Department Construction Worker Welfare Board. The workers can register themselves online as a member of these boards. E-Service Center and District Labor Officer render the needy guidance to the workers to become the member in these boards that grants 6,000 rupees to the students in 10th and 12th standards. Graduates are entitled to get 4,000. Senior citizen above the age of 60 are given the pension of 1,000 and the marriage assistance fund is 5,000. Accident death in the work spot can get the victim's legal heirs of monetary compensation of 5 lakhs. Why those organization schemes of labor welfare are not achieved? The government has been implementing some social security measures for certain occupation groups, but the coverage of minuscule. Majority of the workers are still without any social security coverage. The availability of labor card and the benefit is offered or unknown among the labor force, which actually keeps the country going. It seems that these welfare schemes remain less used. Many of them are not properly known even among the literate and skilled workers. How can the scheme reach the laborers? The workers would be give awareness of the welfare scheme, welfare service and compulsory scheme of the government. They could also be aware of charitable and non-government organization that can help them directly or get them attached with the government organization. The government should take responsibility for the welfare of the workers who could avail these opportunities. The workers in the unorganized sector and informal sector should be educated on the basis risk and hazard their works and professions involves and remedies provided by the governments. These schemes could be given wide publicity and this should be made easily reachable. How can the crisis of the present lockdown be tackled? The worker must have multiple exposure to and practice in various trades rather than stickies on to particular work. Presently, the alternative works like jointly non-government helping groups are working with an agency, labors and contract basis. Self-achieving mechanism will work out well and it is temporary tactics to survey the bottleneck of lockdown. The coronavirus is threatening the lives of everyone and nobody can venture out. Then, how and why the labor should come out and explore themselves to life sticky? In this context, the vaccination for coronavirus comes to the rescue of everyone. The vaccination is boon for life, but harmful rumors go around the vaccination. One should either vaccinate and try to earn some money that the troubled times allow him to do, or he could stay safe at home. Consumption can be reduced to bare minimum now. No money must be spent on durable goods, however cheap they may. The government in fighting the pandemic. The government have distributed the cash relief of 2000 rupees to each family. Another cash relief has been assured. The pack of essential groceries likely to be distributed to every family. In addition, many non-government organizations help the poor and the needy with food packets. Amma canteen serve good free of cost. I could like to conclude my presentation by saying it may seem to be the difficult to get access to the welfare scheme. They are not totally inaccessible as many people have had access to them and enjoy the benefit they offer. As I mentioned here, the coronavirus threatening the lives of everyone and nobody can venture out. In this context, the vaccination for coronavirus comes to the rescue of everyone. The vaccination is a boon for life but harmful rumors go around the vaccination. Economists assert that economics is the science of choice, and by adapting it, men can choose their destiny. To be the precise, the fundamental of economics becomes a natural for survival. Survival economics is a key tool to survey the lockdown 2021. Thank you.